Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got a property for you. This one is in Shelter Cove, Humboldt County, California. Shelter Cove is a community. Humboldt County is north of San Francisco in northern California. It's right on the Pacific Ocean. So let's take a look at this property. It's this property is a couple blocks from the Pacific Ocean, but the neighborhood's right on the Pacific Ocean. I just lowered the price of this one to $4,999. It's about a what is that? It's point, I don't know, seventh of a acre or something. 0.14 acres. It's a house lot, and it's got utilities. It's got sewer, water, electric right there at the lot. You can get them hooked up. You got to pay some fees to get them hooked up, but it's ready to go. So you don't have to build the utilities. The neighbor's got boats. It's a couple houses along the way. This is the lot. There's a neighbor's garage is next door, so it's house, garage, and then this lot. And there's a house at the end of the street, another street behind it. It's a bunch of trees. And I believe it's got street view. And so let's take a look at that. Let's zoom in, see if the street view is working. Used to be, yeah, so something like that. Doesn't go straight to the lot, but it gets us pretty close. So there's a boat next door. There's a house at the end of the street. And this would be the lot. It'd be over here beyond this building right here in the woods. So it looks like some good solid pine trees, maybe some deciduous trees in there. I'm not sure what that other tree is. Looks like the neighbors put some solar or some skylights in the garage. I'm guessing maybe they use it as an office or a second home or something, because that's not normal garage look. And or maybe it's a house. And then there's a house here. There's power lines right there. But it's got the utilities, so people are building right up next to the street here, because I think it's a hill in the back. So they're building, you build like a walkout kind of basement style into the woods behind it is what I'm guessing these houses are doing. Some nice big pine trees in the neighborhood. Neighbor's got a RV, old Breaking Bad looking RV. This looks like the kind of building you'd use to, I don't know, looks like they started building a barn and they never put siding on it. Or a garage or something. I don't know what that is. Boathouse. Maybe it's a boathouse. But that's the neighborhood. So $4,999. I want to show you where we're at. Let's look at this. I'll show you how close to the ocean we are. It's just a couple blocks. This is why people have boats here parked in the way, because there's a boat launch right down here. So you just come down the hill, and I'll show you the boat launch. There's a bunch of boats, but you could keep your boat down here. You probably have to pay something to keep your boat down here. But they have a tractor, and the tractor service takes you by it takes your trailer. There's a tractor right there. There's a couple tractor. So they take the tractor and they hook up. They take your trailer and they take it down here and they put it in the water for you. And then you can go fishing. You come back, call them on your phone or your radio. Say, hey, come get me, number 2, or hey, my name's Luke. Remember me, Bob, or whoever. It's small town stuff. And they come put that back in the water. You drive up on your trailer and they pull it out for you. So you don't even have to back your truck into the salt water. That would be really nice, because my truck gets all rusty backing it into salt water. Launching my boat, taking it in and out. It really runs hard on my truck. So that is the neighborhood. This is a little fishing community. This is in Northern California. It's called Shelter Cove. And look at this point here. That's the Sheltered Cove. So it's a little cove right there. There's a bunch of rocks sticking out here. It looks like a great place to go diving for abalone. You probably get some rockfish and lingcod in there too. Probably shoot all kinds of rockfish. Go spear fishing. Probably hook and line. I heard is really good for halibut. I hear you can get California halibut here at certain times of the year, and you get Pacific halibut. Most of the rest of the year they kind of mix, where you can get Pacific halibut and California halibut. I think you can get salmon parts of the year here too. There's a salmon run. And I know it's lingcod area. I'd be chasing lingcod like as soon as the season's open. Whenever it's open, I love eating lingcod. They're fun to catch too. I like halibut as well. So this is the point. Keep your eye on that point. San Francisco is just down here. So the Bay Area is here, and the point is just right up here. And then all around this point is National Forest. So all this stuff here is the Lost Coast. This is like where there's no roads, right? Because it's big, steep, craggy mountains and lots of trees, just lots of wilderness. And then there's this neighborhood. So this neighborhood is secluded around all this wilderness, and there's a road that goes out to the 101. So if you go inland a bit, it goes up to I think it's called the 101. Yeah, there's 101. And so you get off at Garberville and then go in to Shelter Cove, and then you can do some serious fishing. You know, the nice thing about fishing here is the next port, like the next place to launch a boat, is seriously 60 miles south of here, or something more than that north of here. Like you have to go all the way down to Fort Bragg to launch a boat, other than here. So the point of that is this coast isn't hit really hard by commercial fishing and like hardcore fishing. I mean, I'm sure there's fishing, but it's not like every day pound 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 like here in Southern California. There's boat launches and ports all along the coast, and there's always people out there fishing. Here, I think it's going to be a lot more secluded and friendly to go catch your dinner. And then there's the Black Sands Beach up here. So if you don't like fishing, or if you do like fishing, you just want to go to the beach, you can take your dog over here to the beach and go run this huge beach. It just goes on forever. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. We can do some street view on that beach, because you can drive right up to the base of it. I mean, there's some houses along here, but over here's the parking lot. Now we're talking. Let's see if we do a street view over here somewhere. Street view goes on the beach. How is that possible? There we go. I don't know how they got the street view on the beach. They put it on a bike and hike it. They put it on a pack and hiked it maybe. But here's the beach. And so you can do, look at that. Google's got it set up. You can do a street view hike on the beach. So here's houses up on the bluffs, and it's nice green looking cliffs, and this is Black Sand Beach. There's a lot of people on here. I don't think there's usually that many people there, but you can see the waves rolling in. Someone hiking with a camera, getting shots along the beach. I don't know how far it goes. Maybe we could zoom out and see how far it goes. Should get that kind of shot of my, get somebody to go hike through my land with that camera on, huh? Look at that, it keeps going. So if you go way up the coast, you can keep hiking until you get to this rock, and depends how much the water's out or not. Wouldn't like to be walking down the beach when that rock came down. Yeah, but it looks like they've got coastline stuff all over here. That's pretty neat. Google's getting more sophisticated. A massive coast. I wonder how far it went. Jeez, they hiked it way up there. So you can really hike up this coast. It'd be a fun one to explore. Go have some bonfires on the beach. Logs. We don't have logs like that in Southern California. There's the same person I was walking with. Look at all these tide pools. Boy, that'd be fun. The kids would love that. Get a lab or golden retriever. Watch them bounce around there and chase a fish. Take them back to your house. You're going to need an outdoor shower to clean that dog up. There's the property. $499 or $4,999. And oh yeah, I was going to pull up the market. That's my favorite part. This thing is like super cheap. And I think what I should do is I should get it listed on the market. So I was looking all over this area. And if we zoom out and we get the whole neighborhood, it probably gets cheaper, because I'll try to explain. Like you can kind of see that there's a break here in the map. That break there is the break between sewer lines and no sewer lines. So if you've got properties in this part of Shelter Cove, there's a sewer line, and you don't have to worry about building septic. And the problem with building septic here is that it's very, very topography challenged. And yeah, you can build a septic. It probably costs you money, and they probably tell you like how long a trench is you gotta run, and the steeper the hill, the deeper the trenches you gotta dig to get your stuff sunk into the hill and get it sinking into the hill and not spitting out the side. You don't want your piece coming out of the side of the hill, right? So you got to get more land, and you got to get it to work, and it's just more expensive to get the septic to go up the hill here. And so you get properties like $3.5 grand. Yeah, there's somebody cheaper than me. They're still at, there's $6 grand. That's pretty cheap. Auction, they're starting at $6 grand auction kind of thing, right? Oh, I thought it'd be cheaper. Yeah, $3,500 the cheapest one. So you got to get septic, and it looks like crazy hill and doesn't make any sense, right? But if you get down here, when you got the utilities, it's a lot easier to build on a hill. Not that you have to, but you can build on a hill when you got sewer lines, power lines, water lines. You don't have to worry about all that stuff when you're on the hill. You just got to worry about the house foundation set and tight. And that's not as big of a deal as getting the sewer septic system to go, because septic can take up a lot of room on a hill as you're trying to sink it into the hill. And when you're getting a lot, these smaller lots, you don't have enough room to get it to work. You got to buy up the neighbor lots to get it to work. So this property is it's over here, Knob Hill. 25 grand someone's asking for a lot, like just a little ways away. 150 grand, 28 grand, 25, 20. They're asking 20s, you know, 20 something $1,000 is where you can get a selection of properties here. I keep lowering the price, no one takes it. There's somebody that's asking 7,500 bucks over here. It looks like Crazy Hill kind of property. They've got the utilities over there too. So I got to beat that 7,500 bucks, and I got to beat it so people come. Where's this 6? Oh, that's an auction. That doesn't count, and that's not in the sewer district. So I'm trying to beat 7,500 bucks. And so I just lowered the price of mine down to $4,999. That's like $2,500 cheaper than that person. I think it's a good deal, significantly cheaper. I'm going to go hit the buttons to get this thing all over the internet and get it on the MLS and Zillow and Trulia and all those websites to get it in front of more people, because mine's obviously the cheapest and somebody will probably buy it. But if you're watching this video, you get a shot before it gets to all the other websites to go for it. And then people from the other websites can chime in later and see if they get it or not. Taxes are like a little less than $300 a year. It's coming out of a little company of mine called Earth Adventure. I'm one of the partners in there, but I'll sign off on that one, sign it over to you, and make it happen. So if this is the right property for you, go to the GPS coordinates on this this ad. There's a link to the ad in the bottom of this video, in the description of the video, and you can look at the maps and size it up, see if it's right. Go take a tour of the property. These GPS coordinates, clicking on them in your phone will take you to the property. You can drive right up to it, look at it, and see if that's one you want to go for. Please realize that you have to pay for hooking up to the utilities in this neighborhood. That's why land in this neighborhood is so cheap, is because they charge you to hook up to the utilities a lot more than other places. They have what's called a I can't think of the name of it, but they built the utilities in the past, right? And they're trying to get the money back from building the utilities. And so that money has already been put up, and now they get it back when you go pay your fees to build the utilities. So building the utilities on a lot like this, it's I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but it's just a hair over 10 grand for the water, the sewer, and the electric. So you're paying a little over 30 grand, maybe 35 grand when it's all said and done, to get all the utilities hooked up. And that's like ready to go build your house. So add that onto the cost of your house. So the cost of the land, the cost of utilities, you're talking 40 grand between the land and the cost of utilities, plus whatever your house costs to build. And you got a place by the ocean in Shelter Cove. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith at ruralvacantland.com, bringing you a cute property near the ocean in Humboldt County, California. Hopefully you go take a look at it, consider it, see if this was the right one for you, and let me know. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.